And I'm sorry, this is going to be a bit of a rant. I've had a bit of an awkward day today. I've had to go into town because with losing so much weight, it's a good thing, but most of my clothes are now starting to get quite loose. And particularly I'm having problems with bras not fitting. I'm sure this is a problem that all of us girls come across from time to time. Anyway, went into town to try and get a little bit of help and advice. Decided to go into one of the better ladies' lingerie shops, and it didn't go too well. Two of the younger ladies' assistants, basically, even though I was indicating I wanted them to come over to talk to me, just wouldn't come over. So an older lady did come over. I assume she has to be the manager of the shop. The problem is, she made me feel very uncomfortable. She wouldn't answer any of my questions, and she basically, I suppose the best way of describing it, she gave me a very dirty look. She was not comfortable with me being in the shop. Although she didn't say anything untoward, rude or nasty, she really didn't need to. I don't understand why she wouldn't serve a woman, even if that woman is, in my case, a transgender woman. But she obviously didn't want me in the shop. I know I should complain, I could make a hell of a fuss over it, but really at the end of the day, much better, much easier, much simpler just to walk out of the shop, which in my case with a wheelchair I did. So I went to another shop and I was very lucky. I started to talk to one of the young sales assistants, and she was more than happy to help. So another shop got my business, and I think sometimes dealing with transphobia, you're sometimes better taking your business elsewhere instead of complaining. Anyway, as I'm saying, with bras, when you lose weight, I've been losing across the top. So I've already lost 6 inches on the underbust, which makes getting bras fitting just right very difficult. Years ago, bras, it was very easy to work out what size you needed because there was an industry standard that everybody followed. Today, nobody seems to follow any standard. I've already worked out, but the young lady in the shop did confirm that even she had problems. She had to buy different size bras with different cup sizes to get to fit, depending on who was making the bra, which didn't make her life any easier. So no wonder I'm struggling a little bit. I'm lucky I have some understanding of ladies' clothing because I've spent over 40 years doing dressmaking. So I know a lot more about clothes than most people would understand. But because of having all the problems with bras, I'm having to start buying new bras. So after talking to a trans friend of mine at the weekend about bras and issues with bras, she suggested I try something like a padded bra, t-shirt bra, which is basically a piece of foam with a bit of fabric over the top. So that's what I've basically gone and done. I've managed to find some bras that are a little more effeminate, don't look like granny's bras, because unfortunately with the size I was, when you're over a 40 chest band size, and I was 44 band size, the only thing you can get are granny bras, if you know what I mean. Hopefully you will know what I mean. They're just boring bits of fabric. There's no colour to them. They're usually black, white or skin tone. Well, they're not sexy, you know. They're really dowdy. So managed to get some of these, which although the camera's making them look pink, they're actually orange. Yes, the camera's giving them a funny colour, but not bad. And of course, being a phone, they actually do hold a shape and they do fit. And of course, as I'm still growing on HRT, I will fill them out given time, but it means I don't have to wear breast forms whilst wearing the bras, which will make life a lot easier. I've also gone with a black as well, which which I think is quite nice, even though they are a skin tone nude underneath. But that's a little bit more than what I've been wearing. I've got a more flowery white pair on at the moment, but I expect that at the end of the day I shall end up losing even more across the top before the weight gain has, the weight loss has actually finished. But it's just coming up for, no, I'll have to check. I can't remember how many weeks I've been on HRT now. It must be 6 weeks or 7 weeks, something like that. Oh dear, I checked. It is 7 weeks and just a few days over, but I got that one wrong, nearly. There's not much changed in the last couple of weeks since I did my last video. I'm still sore at the top, but that's to be expected. The milk duct glands underneath the nipple are still growing, which is what happens with tanner stage 1. So at the end of the day, that's going to carry on for a while yet. That may take 4 to 6 months to actually complete before it goes on to the next stage. So, you know, there's no real change. The skin though is feeling a lot better. I've also noticed it's definitely slowing down the growth of the beard hair. I'm not getting as coarse as I used to be, which is really, really good. I was quite surprised how quickly that's slowing down. But the biggest problem, of course, is the hair at the top is growing really fast. And it's really starting to annoy me at times. I know I'm going to have to get a haircut before long. But anyway, this video was just basically a rant about shops, homophobic shop assistants, shop managers. We all face this as women who are transgender. Some shops just see us as blokes, perverted trannies, and that's all I can think that the manager saw me as. The way she was looking at me was very much a case of, you're male, you should not be in a ladies' lingerie shop, you shouldn't be asking about ladies' underwear. Well, I'm actually not male, I am actually female. I've been a woman all my life. So her attitude was very offensive for me. But I just think the easiest way of getting it out of my system is to put it on video and get rid of it. As I say, she's lost, well, that shop has lost a customer, as they were quite an expensive shop. If she'd helped, she would have got a sale or two, and that would have cost me a lot of money. So the other shop that did help got more business from me, because what I would have spent in the first shop, I spent in the second shop. So sometimes it's just easier to take your business elsewhere. Anyway, before I start doing my usual of waffling, I'll leave it here and I'll catch you a bit later. Have fun and stay strong. Don't let the buggers get you down. The worst thing you can do is get depressed over it. Move on, get it out of your system. Catch you all later on. Bye bye for now.